What is up? How goes it? Did survival guide here. So let's put it right there. Oh, everybody's doing well. I have got something that I am trying to make something out of. I'm not 100% sure how. So I got a bunch of red clay. So my intention with this red clay is to make a brick. Now I know there's some other stuff involved, and that's fine. I'll do it. I just need it. I don't know what I'm gonna do about creating a small oven. You know, I've got access to some rocks and some other things like that. It would be cool though to build a small oven and put some of this in it. So I think that I have to break it all up and add some fibrous material and then some water. Well, water and then fibrous material maybe. Clap out the bricks and then fire it. And I think that's my biggest concern. That's what I'm trying to figure out because now I can go get firewood for days. I'm not concerned about that. Like I could have a fire and be able to feed that fire for however long. But my biggest concern is firing. Like I live in an apartment in a city, so I'm limited on what I can and cannot do. Sitting here breaking it up as we chat. But I don't know what to do. Now there's probably some temporary or portable ovens. I've not looked into it. And I'll be real with you. Every time somebody starts up a live stream, they hope 1,000,000 people would show up. So that's what I was hoping. I was hoping 1,000,000 people would show up, and at least one out of 1,000,000, would be able to guide me in the right direction. You know what I mean? Right now, my phone is at a very low percentage, and I have a battery pack hooked up to it that is solar powered, and it's a lantern, but I don't know how long. We're going to use it till we can. See if I can get any input on the clay situation. Is red clay the best thing to make bricks out of? Because I see a lot of brick houses that are red. Is that some kind of weird clay that I've never seen before? Is it? How do you identify clay? So I don't want to do all this in this bucket, obviously. When I got this, and in the video, you will see where I got it from, how I retrieved it. But for now, I think now is gas is controllable. I can control gas. Huh. Huh. But then I'd have to build some kind of like small torch oven. I could control the heat, but I need some rocks that won't. I guess some rocks that won't break. But what? You'll get some river rocks, some non-porous river rocks. What is up? What's up, man? Look, you're the first person to show up. Super cool. Look, I got all this red clay, and I'm trying to go through the process. I want to learn how to make a brick, and all the houses I see are red. You know what I mean? So I want to take this red clay and I want to break it down. I want to make a couple bricks. The problem is I live in a city, and I'm trying to figure out some way to fire all this red clay. Like I got, see right there, right there. So while we sit here and talk, I'm just kind of crumbling it up. Get over here, son. Get some of this. I need to build some kind of oven or firing system for these bricks. I guess one of my biggest questions is, could I just build a fire and set it next to it? Thank you. Thank you. You know, I try to be very interesting. I'm pretty sure that's my old lady tells me all the time. My wife tells me all the time, top 5. There's about 20 top 5s, but I would say very interesting is one of the top 5. So now it is, you see it's a little clumpy, but it is breaking up really easy. I can just crumble it up into nothing. And I have, like, I'm not going to say an unlimited source of this, because it would, I got it off of a dead tree that had fallen and pulled a bunch of earth up with it. So I didn't damage any environments. I didn't mess up any bug homes. I didn't, you know what I mean? And I came on here. I could Google it. But I think I have a YouTube channel, and I created a YouTube channel to make YouTube videos and stream and talk to people and to learn stuff. So I feel like it'd be a whole lot better just to go ahead and do this and try to learn something than to just Google it. I don't know, you know, everybody's ideas, never know. But a little shovel, I'm kind of just gonna sit here and mix this up while we talk. You know, and the thing is like, you know, a lot of people probably Google it. Like if I'm sitting here and people are watching, they're like, you know what, I want to answer this guy's question. I want to find, but I got some aggregate in here. Let me get that out. I don't think I need this, which is, I'm not gonna say topsoil, but it almost feels like a moss of some sort. Whoa, the tree had been long fallen, but I didn't want to mess nothing up. I didn't want to bust up any mushrooms that were living that I didn't need to use, or tear any fungus off any trees, or digging into any rabbit holes or anything like that. So I kind of just, you know, maybe form the bricks and put them in the grill or sun dry them. Okay, look, would you like me to go get a grill that I might be able to use for this? And you could take that and maybe incorporate it into your idea. I can put it in the frame. It's a cheapo little Dollar General grill. It belongs to my dad, but I feel like I can give him $10 for it if you need. It's just to kind of carry to the campsite trip type stuff. Let me go get it. Hold on. All right. Can you see it? I've got the only grill in town that twerks. But I thought about starting a fire in one side of it. Yep. I thought about starting a fire in one side of it and then laying the brick in the other. And then I said, well, would I use, because it's a grill, would I use a charcoal or would I use wood? Because the grill, like, I would be worried the grill won't be able to handle the heat. Let me see if I can plug my phone into the other car here. Let's see. Not sure how I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Let's see. Put this thing tighten down all the way here. All right. So my phone's dying. Got a video or two on my channel about Dakota fire holes. Maybe a ground fire could work. Oh, that is a really good idea. Super good idea. So, do you think I would, if I was to do a Dakota fire hole and I created the tunnel and the fire was on the other side, would I put a grate right there, you think? Well, I dropped that seltzer in it. Gross one. Picked it up. I guess the biggest thing is how much water and how much fibrous material. I could probably get some pretty good grass, some pretty good hay, or something like that. Pine needles. Plenty of stuff. Yeah. There's tons of stuff I could get. Now, I've even thought about running this through a sifter. Might take some experiments, but might work. Is there anything that you've ever done creating any kind of material? Now, I know this is a little bit different than sawing down some lumber or something. I've done that before. I've never sawmilled anything out, but have you ever looked anything up interest-wise, taken interest in somebody doing this? Now, the only person that I've ever seen do this or anything similar and paid attention to was Corporal's Corner or one of those primitive channels. One of the primitive channels would be like Ideal, but these are people that in reality have been trained by generations of knowledge. Right? When they're trained by generations of knowledge, somebody comes into the country, they got a lot of money and a camera, and say, I'll give you $5 bills. You know what I mean? 5 $1 bills to make a video and dig a hole, water it. You know what I mean? $5. What'd you make last year? 3? Right, I give you $5 for 6 days. I'm not that kind of primitive, been trained by the Guatemalan Bruja. You know what I mean? But I do have the stubbornness and somewhat patience of the father of 3 in order to chop all this up, make it super duper fine. I guess I might have to end up looking up what other, because I think it's just water, right? Watch some ancient channels, and I think African countries have some good information. Okay, now see, that's a good piece of information. To be able to go to a location that may have mastered it, yeah, Africa, what's up? So after this live stream, I will go do some research because I like to. I used to stream a lot of video games on another channel, and I like to just sit and talk and go into the streams kind of blind about whatever it is that I'm talking about. Never do I claim And I hope that the title didn't say anything about like I knew something. But I do always kind of just go into it blind. And dealing with people's is better. Google's awesome, and Google's always right. But Google ain't got no new ideas. Google doesn't look at something that I got my hands on and say, hey, no, it waits for my request. So, there you go, Google. There's something to work on. Eyes in the sky, big brother. Jeez, what am I doing? What am I trying to convince Google to do? I don't even want to talk about it no more. Crazy. You're like, this is, see that? I might not be able to see it, but it's like not as red. If you look at it in the bucket, it's got a light brown tint on top of the red that's already in there. So I don't know, maybe it's good to have stuff like that. I left a few bricks in my old shed and it got hot and they're dried quick. Oh. Now, are these bricks that were left over from a construction project? Or is this something you actually did? I'll build like a sun heat box. I've got some PVC aluminum from doing some fascia metal, and I can bend up. Probably look weird out here in the parking lot charging my phone and streaming at the same time. If it cuts off, it's because my phone died. But I've got some PVC metal. I could probably build a heat box. I just don't think that PVC metal would be thick enough to start a fire in or with. You know what I mean? Like to build a box out of it. I don't think it would be sturdy enough. Oh, I got some hard pressed matter. So when's the last time you went camping, Dave? We went camping. Today is Wednesday. We went camping last Thursday into Friday and got rained out. Just formed with clay and straw and wanted to fire them, but shed dried them. Did you? Oh man, I guess see that opens up a whole nother level of a question. Whole nother level of question, because when you sun dried them, obviously back in the day, sun dried things will work well. But when you sun dried them, did you use them for anything? Did you try to make like a fireplace out of them? I know it's highly unlikely because you probably only made a few bricks, but been since June. You ain't been since June. Oh man, where do you live? You want to go camping? Let's go this week. We are going this weekend. We went last week. I don't do a lot of the recording. A garden wall. See, in my brain, I was thinking only industrial or commercial. Thinking like a red brick. Man, blew me away right there. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, Dave. Blew me away right there. Appreciate you coming in here and hanging out with me. In reality, we're probably the two coolest cats on the block. Everybody else can just joking. I'm joking. I mean, not really. Garden wall would be perfect. So, dang, I didn't even think of that. That's really cool too, to not know something, not think about something. They lasted a long time. Are they still there, or did you move? And what's the time frame? Probably look weird out here. Probably look I'm doing something various. The clay is looking pretty good though. It's looking quite busted up. I was thinking about the clay and making a brick, and I think about building a house. I guess that's because I'm in construction. Finally fell apart after 3 years. That's pretty good though. Okay, so when you make a brick, you make 12 bricks. Take 6 bricks and you lay them across the bottom. And then you take 5 bricks and lay them across that. And then 4, 3, 2, 1. My question is, would those bricks last longer if they had weight on top of it? Your bricks were freestanding barriers for a garden. Did they fall apart because they didn't have any weight on them? Or did they fall apart just because of the making in them the way you did and knowing what you knew? Is the 3 years based, so there's way too many questions. Have you ever heard of Occam's razor? Yes. The least amount of variables is you best. So how red was your clay? Can you see this real well? And what area, if you don't mind, like what part do you live in the United States? And if you do, what part do you live in? That would kind of give me an idea about the geology in your area. I do gold, more of a tan. Okay. So you probably live in like Midwest. No, Virginia. Wow. I live in Tennessee. Virginia. Dang, I was thinking like dirty desert. You know what I mean? Dirty desert. So I'm not sure exactly. Just take me home. Dave Collier Camping, I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to be doing on this live stream. I live streamed for thousands and thousands of hours, I'm going to guess. Doing video games, and obviously that gives you something to talk about. But live streaming like this is kind of new to me. And I'm going to assume because you came in here, you've been to live streams like this before. Obviously, I know that. But, like I go watch Unpaved Explorer, so on and so forth, stuff like that. But what else goes on? Is it weird that I'm sitting in a car door in front of a truck, chopping up clay? Or is this a part of the genre in which we have added ourselves in? I mean, what does a streamer do when this is their thing? Just talk. Awesome though. You know what I mean? Because I got 2 chairs because I thought my wife might come down here, but I think she's getting school started up, and she has just turned into like the best teacher ever. You know what I mean? Got a lot of stuff. We got 3 boys, so taking care of 3 boys and dealing with their schooling sometimes can be atrocious. Yes, just did a live. Just need a following. Do some shout out. Oh, so okay. So a shout out. Okay. So in appreciation of you being in talk, if there was more people in here besides just you and me, I would say, hey guys, go check out Dave Collier. Is that because that's legit? I mean, that's what's up, because every time I go to Unpaved Explorer's channel, he calls me out, says, I feel just as excited as he is about it. So I've got another channel. It's a video game channel / life channel. Got like 400 and something videos on it, 900 and something subscribers, but just changed everything up. Rather do bushcraft and learn and everything. Exactly. I will do a shout out for you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You do not have to. So does somebody do something else besides what I did? I appreciate you being in here. Anybody that's in here that's watching the recording, make sure and check out Dave Collier Camping. Obviously, he's willing to Hold on. Up to 300. Hell yeah. That's great, dude. That is awesome. Shoot. That's good numbers, man. Do you participate with shorts? Have you used shorts any? My channel right now has got 85 subscribers and I'm looking at like 17 or 18,000 views. Just talking to what I love. Well, I would go by words per minute that confirms that I love to talk. Now, I want to live stream camping. Okay, so if I can help anybody, it seems like my shorts I've got some shorts that, every couple shorts has 1,000 views. I don't know if that's normal, and I've tried to pass off the information that I have to other people, but I don't think that they've taken it into consideration because shorts don't help this and that, so on and so forth. But one thing that I have learned from shorts, I've gotten a lot of subscribers, and I really don't care about the views. My main goal by doing YouTube, if someday this gives me the ability to take my children anywhere they want to go, then I will try very hard at this. Every single video, every single live. That's what makes sense to me. So anything I learn, I'm also going to pass that information on free. One day I'm going to make money doing this, whether it be YouTube or training people 10 years from now how to start a fire and be not city folk. But shorts are great. So what I have found out is when you create a short, you can go anywhere from, let's say, 15 to 30 seconds. And what you do is you create something, and what I have found out is branding. Branding is very important, and I don't mean your brand. I mean other branding. So I have several kayaks. I went into Dick's Sporting Goods and walked down the kayak aisle and posted 15 to 20 seconds while I was searching for a kayak. I did end up purchasing one. So I wasn't falsely posting this short. I did have interest, but I put the names of a couple of the kayaks I passed, the location I was at, hashtag shorts, wrote a small description, and I think because of the name Pelican and the name Dick's Sporting Goods and so on and so forth, obviously that short took off. And what happens is I posted a short every day for 30 days. Experiment. It done really well. I got like 25 subscribers, Interact with as many lives as you can. Remember who you see, send a new friend here, and most of the time that new friend will new friend you back. Hey, now, oh man, live streams, to me, it's weird because I like live streams. I like watching them. I tend to be a lurker. Chill out, you know what I mean? Tend not to do a whole lot, but just observe. So I do enjoy it though. People, you know what I mean? What's your favorite live stream? Who is it that you want to live stream more than any other? And the people get home. It's always good to know who other people's watching. I like to watch people. It's weird because I'm sitting here talking about watching people, but I like to watch people that are doing what I'm doing. They're kind of just talking. I got a bunch of gear upstairs and a computer that I can stream from, but it just feels weird to sit in my room full of all my camping gear. You have a few of them. Oh, it's weird because the live streams in bushcraft aren't something that I have discovered a large amount of. There's just a few people that do it regularly, which is completely different from video gaming, obviously. So putting myself in a new genre here, that was, kind of a, what the are you doing? You know what I mean? This is breaking up good though. It rained today, and I covered this thing up. One of my cooking utensils from kind of an outdoor griddle. So I didn't get much water in it, which is good because it all looks like this now. I have a large piece of plywood screwed to 4 boards that I was going to make a tomato habitat out of. Didn't get around to that. But I can use that to all this dirt on and use it like a little sand, like a little pit. I got a wheelbarrow too. That may be better. Oh, wait. Okay. Let me ask you a question. So if I take and make like 10 bricks and build a fire pit out of those bricks and then just burn that and rotate them, what about that? My friend, I must go now, but drop by the channel, see what I can do. I will. We'll do that. Greatly appreciate your visit. It's wonderful having you. And if anybody again checks this out, make sure to go check out Dave Collier Camping. I hope I'm saying it right. Dave Collier Camping. I feel like that would work too. So, GoPro Hero 7, here we go. Time lapse. Mix this up a little bit more. I mean, we've got some really good filling dirt here. There's not a lot of crumblies, but there's some said we've been trying to find your channel on YouTube and it's not showing in the search. SYD. I'm sorry. SYD. Oh. Does that make a difference? Sid Survival Guide. I may show up as a sloth from Ice Age. I don't know. I probably could have chose something a little easier, but I am who I am. Oh man, I appreciate you searching for me though, because you know what that does? That like increases it. That increases my search value when other people go and search for me. You know what I mean? Super cool. Even if nobody was to subscribe, if somebody was like, "Oh man, I was search this guy out about Sid SYD." I mean, I've got Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I've got them all. Now, do I actively use them all? No, hell no. I got time for that. 3 kids and we work for ourselves. You know, me and my wife work for ourselves. We work on a handyman company. You know? I got time for that. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate you though, man. Oh, almost put my beard. I think I'm gonna take my ladders to work tomorrow. My brother's got a roof job. Little giants. That makes this fucking annoying. Oh wow, that one was a completely different color. That little, like this right here looks. Oh, it looks different. I wonder why. I wonder if it's just because everything else has consistently been mixed up. I'm doing a roof right now. Hate roofs. You know what I mean? But you do what you got to do. When winter starts to kick in, that's when I work for a handyman flies off the sock. At least it does for me. I get to take the summers for the most part and spend with the kids and have a good time and work my tail off every winter. Fly. Don't know if I got that fly. Well, I hope I show up in your search. Weird. Do I leave this outside to collect water or do I take it in so I take care of my brick? You know what I mean? Take it in and try. My old lady, I've already got stuff in there. I got stumps. I got black walnut stumps. I ain't done that with all kinds of shit. I probably should take it fucking dirt out just to be real about it. I probably should not. Hey, I will say one thing though. If anybody's watching and there's anything that they want to see on live stream, I can just about do anything. Go fishing. Hey, little bunny. Well, this bunny is super close. The dog is gonna scare him away. What's up, little bunny? Got married recently. That was fun. Never did that before. We went slept up in Newfound Gap between Cherokee, North Carolina, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Funny enough, we slept in the back of the truck and we used some of them camping sleep mats and them garbage. Need something that blows up. Definitely need something that blows up. You see this truck behind us got camper, or not a camper, but a flat lid. I was thought about getting on trying to trade somebody for a camper top for my other truck. I've got another truck, our work truck, the black F2 or F-150, same truck as this one right here, same exact truck, just black, less miles, 4-wheel drive work truck. This one right here is just a nice 4-door, drive it anywhere we need to. You know, needs a transmission. It'll drive anywhere you want it to go, but it probably needs. I replaced all of the lower transmission parts, as solenoid. I replaced both the solenoids and the overdrive servo, and it didn't fix it. So the overdrive band, I think, has got some tensions in it, may have issues. But in reality, I don't have the money to fix it. So it's going to drive. Shoot, it drives good. You just can't do over 55, 60 miles an hour. It just don't have overdrive. You know what? Oh man, I'm going to drive like we're in the 50s. That's what it is. Weird. We'll keep breaking this stuff up. I hope ain't no bugs or nothing in it. Ah! All right. I do enjoy the live stream talking. There's got to be some people out there that keep it real. You know what I mean? That hang out, talk bullshit. I got some grass in there, but I'm gonna remove it because I want to have control of the fibrous material that I decided to use. What are you doing, little rabbit? What are you doing, buddy? The ears are like seeth. We've got quite a few little bunnies. There's a baby. So I tried to give him the baby a little tomato that I growed, a jelly bean tomato plant. He didn't want it. It was green. I don't know if it's because they don't eat tomatoes or because it's too acidic. That's what Jessica said. Maybe acidic. Right. Yeah, see? Just like, I mean, there's some clumps that I'm working on. Because I think that I'm going to want water and all that fibrous material, like a decent, you know what I mean? A decent compound. So would they just lay it out and just crumble it? That little bunny? Hear that? What was it? Oh, I see another little bunny all the way over there. Hey, little tiny other bunny. The bunnies are out over here like competitiveness, having some of their own Olympics. Anybody here ever made a brick? All right, guys, we got about 18 minutes. We're gonna hang out for another 18 minutes. Then we're gonna head into Hizzy. Get ready for work tomorrow. You know what I mean? Where? Okay, so what we're working with now. So it's working out well. I'm liking it. I'm liking it good. Mountaineer that you're strapped to right now. We've got a new one out there. Filming. All right, so it's got to be crumbled up. I feel like I'm that kind of guy that has got OCD real bad and would sit here and try to crumble up all the shit, you know. So I might end up running to a classifier that I've got. That's what I'll do. Hi, pal. We can probably run this through in 10 minutes. Quarter inch. 1/2 inch. Shouldn't take long. If I had a 1/4 inch, wouldn't it be cool? But I don't. All right. All of it in there. Drink. As Steve Wallace says, step 2. Yeah. Got the ginger snap. I didn't mean to buy these. Try to see if I can get a losing a bunch here. I guess it matters. I can get as much as I want. Lose, Get it away from the edges here. Treat it like some gold. That was the trick. That was it. See that? But now I can run them through here so I can just put them in my hand, break them now. All the ones I can see, set them in my hand. Like this. What this bucket that I put these in had a little bit of water in it. I'm hoping it didn't make too much of a, caking up mess. It'd be almost like doing this for no reason. But 1/2 inch, I wouldn't mind 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch. Hold on, I might have finished this right here. Let's see what I got. Got a ton of this red clay mud around us. This is shell rock. Shell rock's really bad around here. Got my little lantern here. It will charge up. Power supply too. That's what I was using. It just didn't seem to be enough for while I was streaming. Okay. Now, I'm going to put it even through an even finer process. That was a rock. Lead. Root. Root. Leaf. Root. Leaf. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Just push it through this, you know, make it super fine red clay. And I can sit and do this, and do this, do this, pour some back in there, put some more in it, follow it through. It doesn't got to be perfect, obviously. You know, it ain't got to be the best ever. It could just be somewhat good, as long as it's not wet, right? I don't know. We got about 7 minutes left in the live stream. It's a good thing you guys are here to witness this, because there was nobody else here to witness. But y'all. If I can get enough just to make a brick. Just to make a brick, you know what I mean? So what I'm doing is this. Until all of the shakies come out, right? Taking and rubbing it in. Take it. Nowhere near a brick's worth. Dump it. Take this. Scoop it. Take it. Weird, because this is oddly satisfying. Like, it might not be to anybody else. make it work, make it look good, make it nice ass brick. You know what I mean? So I'll maybe try to push all this through. That would get an entire. Oop. Like a mortar and pestle. Well, I sure did. Okay. Let's see if we can. Look what we did. Bam. All right, guys, we've reached our hour. So, I will bid you farewell. Sid Survival. Signing out.